Comedians are coming together this weekend to crack you up for a fun way to raise money for cancer. Here to tell us about the unique event are founder Jack Bevilacqua and one of the featured comics, Kevin Rogers. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
First, let's talk event first, if you will. 11 years this has been going on. Talk about the start of it, why you wanted to create it, and how it's continued to be so successful.
Well, I mean, simply put, both my parents died of cancer, 4 years apart. So that was kind of the impetus for everything, really. I think at that point, you decide whether you curl up in a ball and, just don't let it bother you or try to put it aside, or you do something about it.
And so where did you come up with the idea, though, to put comics and laughter with such an icky C word?
Yeah, well, my mom she had a really good sense of humor, and she's very sarcastic. She tried to laugh through it. And I just happened to have a friend who was a comic, and we just put it together and just kind of threw it together the first year. And, I thought this is a really unique way to raise money. It's just something different, and laugh about it.
Well, I'll say, and trying to do it in a fun way. That's kind of where Kevin comes in, one of the many comics that are featured here.
Yes.
Why did you want to get involved in this?
I just love a stage, and I'll show up anywhere, anytime.
Nice.
No, kidding. No, it's interesting. Comics love to support when we can, Normally we're busy on the road doing our shows and everything, so if we get to come together and do something good, give back, it's very cool. It's obviously an awesome event, and I've been affected by cancer, as so many people have.
Yeah.
And since I signed on to do the show, I know 2 women who went through cancer. Didn't know they had it, found out, radiation, chemo, everything. And it's amazing how lonely it can be, One of them is a single mother, and obviously you want to put on a strong face. But when we get together and talk about it, we're cracking up because a lot of funny things happen. Like sitting there for hours during chemo and stuff, you're sitting around with all these people that you see, and you're kind of stuck there. So you naturally start making fun of stuff, or you have to laugh at your situation, laugh at your pain to get through it. So I think there's a lot more laughter that goes on. It's just that when you on the outside of it, you feel like it's this taboo thing, and it's awkward. You don't know how to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I think people want to laugh about it because that's how we survive.
And wanting to laugh about it would also be involved going to the show where you're one of 6 comics, and just for $25 you're able to do this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about where the proceeds go and exactly how you're helping to fight cancer.
Well, there's a local organization called Cure on Wheels. They're a 501c3 out of St. Pete, and what's great about them really is that they are an all-volunteer organization. So they're run by a 2-time leukemia survivor. Everyone has normal jobs, and they just donate their time to run this organization. So they have no salaries, no office space, almost no administrative overhead. So not only does almost 100% of everything they raise go back to the community, but it all stays local. I
love the approach to charity because, like we were talking about, so many charities are very expensive galas. And this, you want everyone to be able to come out. You've already sold a ton of tickets.
Yep.
And the first year at the Straz, that's got to be fun, getting up on the stage to a crowd that you know is going to be packed.
Right.
So let's talk about your material a little bit. What do you think?
Just try it.
One of the things that I got to say, and I don't know if I should admit this, but cracks me up, social networking these days. So many people rely on that, and sometimes what's true, what's not true.
Right.
I mean, that's got to just fit into your hand to be able to make jokes about it.
Yeah,
right?
well, I mean, it's crazy to think that a percentage of people get their daily news from Snapchat. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Get their daily news from Snapchat. And if you don't know about Snapchat, it's video that cuts off after 10 seconds and then disappears forever, which makes it really frustrating to get your news from somebody who got it from Snapchat,
Yeah.
They're like, hey, did you hear about the guy that got mauled at the zoo? And you're like, no, what happened? They're like, that's all I know.
Are you saying that we're not supposed to get it from that? Because I get mine from
you're
that.
heckling.
Oh.
You're heckling. See,
I
I was in the bit there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You get your news
That was the one and only time I'll do it.
Well, obviously, you can tell you guys have good senses of humor. You're taking it to the stage. Where can people get more information? And most importantly, how can they get tickets?
Crackupcancer.com is the easiest way. Right on the homepage, there's a Get Your Tickets button. You can also go to the Straz, the calendar, and navigate through that website and find it that way as well.
Guys, again, this weekend, Saturday night, great event. Good job to the both of you. Glad you're involved.
Thanks for having me.
Go out, get some tickets. Crack up for cancer. Thank you again for coming in.